For all my Espresso Martini girlies, this one is for you. You've got to see these Espresso Martini Cupcakes. The first step to getting our Espresso Martini Cupcakes together will be mixing our dry ingredients. I'm going to mix together some cake flour, espresso powder, salt, baking soda, and baking powder. Cake flour is good for certain cakes because it gives cakes a lighter texture than regular all-purpose flour. It has a lower protein content in it, which coincides with the level of gluten that will be within the flour itself, giving it a lighter texture, which is why when you make certain breads, you want to use bread flour because it has a higher protein content. So your bread with the higher gluten gives you that tougher texture that you want, whereas a cake, you don't want a tough cake. A little bit of espresso powder. Actually made some mocha cupcakes for a friend's wedding, and that's what I kind of got the inspiration for these, but I wanted to have a vanilla cake base, so these are going to be a little bit of coffee's vanilla base to the cake. I'm going to use 1 stick of unsalted butter that I've softened. I'm going to go ahead and beat that until it's creamy, and then we'll start to add the rest of our wet ingredients. I'm going to add in 1 cup of sugar, which is 200 grams. Now I'm going to add 3 egg whites to the cake. Since this is a vanilla cake base and I want it to be a little lighter, I'm just going to do the egg whites to give it that lighter texture, and I will save the egg yolks for another dish. Oh, my bad. Wrong bowl. All is fine. I got a little bit of egg yolk in my broken egg whites, but it's okay. It's not that much. It won't amount to that much of a flavor or texture difference. Then I'm also going to go ahead and add a little splash of vanilla. I'm still working on this big tub of sour cream from the Lithuanian cake. We're almost through it. I'm gonna add a little bit to the batter. If you don't have sour cream, you can also use Greek yogurt, plain. Don't do flavored or anything. Gonna add my dry ingredients to our batter and start to mix that just until it starts to come together, and then I'm gonna add in some black coffee and Kahlua. We're out of coffee at home, so I have some fresh nitro cold brew from Starbucks. It'll work in a pinch. So I did 1/4 a cup of the black coffee, and then I'm gonna do 1/3 a cup of Kahlua. Filling my muffin tins. This recipe should make about 14 cupcakes, which is perfect for quality control. So you can give away a dozen, but you still have one for error and 1 to taste, just to make sure it tastes okay. I'm only gonna fill these 2/3 full. About. Let's pop these in the oven for about 20 minutes. For our Espresso Martini Cupcakes, I'm going to make a Bailey's buttercream. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started making that while the cupcakes are baking. So first I'm going to beat 2 sticks of butter until they're creamy, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. Gonna add some powdered sugar to this. The other components to this buttercream are going to be espresso powder, a little bit of salt, to cut back the sweetness and enhance the flavors. We'll do a little bit of vanilla. I'm gonna bring back that nitro we were using. Just do about a tablespoon and a half. And the star of the show will be the Baileys. I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons of that. Old Greg approved. I'm out of my big piping bag, so I have to use these little ones for now and just refill it as I go, which is a little better anyways. I'm not holding too much in my hand at once. One of the most common mistakes people make, and I'm still learning from it actually, is overfilling the piping bag and then you can't pipe very well. That's more for like designs, but I think it kind of translates across piping in general. Our coffee cupcakes are cool. Let's frost these bad boys. It's a great day when my cupcake liners tear off. Got some shitty ones from Amazon that don't tear. It's definitely boozy. I do think the buttercream overpowers the cake a little bit. I would want to try this with a whipped cream frosting, but all in all, that's a pretty good cupcake. Thanks for watching this week's episode of my 52 Weeks of Baking series. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode for week 17.